because we're the first ones on the ship. There's no one here. This episode of Check In with the Gskis is called
Icon of the Seas.
What's up, Gskis family? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to our embarkation day on the world's largest cruise ship, Icon of the Seas. Been waiting for this moment since we got off Icon of the Seas almost 1 year ago. We've been so excited to get back on the ship. So what are we going to do first when we get on the ship? Anything important for you guys? Well, yes.
Rock climbing.
Rock climbing. I think rock climbing does open at 10:30, which is pretty early. I think the carousel opens at 10:30. What do you want to do?
Ice cream.
And I think ice cream opens at 11.
Eat as soon as we can.
Yeah, so guys, make sure you stick along with us through this whole journey because we're going to have tons of tips and tricks for you guys to learn, especially if you're first-time cruisers or even expert cruisers. We'll give you some of our back knowledge that we do on a lot of these cruises. And the first one I'll tell you, which we've already forgotten to do, was pack a little bit of like a trash bag to pack your dirty clothes in, especially because if they get wet, you don't want to mix them with your other clothes and ruin them. Anyways, that's the first big tip there in case you're wondering. Yes?
Don't get them wet in the luggages.
Yeah. The other big tip I'll tell you, I've already seen on some of the Facebook groups for Icon of the Seas for this week, so many people have posted that their flights are canceled or delayed and they can't get here and they're trying to find how to get here in time. This is why you got to come at least 1 day early like we did. It's not ideal, but it's the best thing just to make sure you're safe. You definitely don't want to miss out and get here as early as you possibly can. And that's my other tip. Our boarding time is at 11:30, but since we're staying at a suite, we technically get in 1 hour earlier, so 10:30. Now I will tell you, the last time we came here and did all this, it was the first time we've ever gone through this terminal, and they basically were letting us on the ship around 9:45, 10 o'clock.
And we weren't in a suite.
No, and we weren't in a suite, and we didn't have express pass. We were standing in our regular 11:30 line. They have it subdivided down right by the entry doors, but they let us right on in, and we were on the ship by 10 o'clock, which is really cool. So that's why we're gonna leave here a little bit early. We're packed up, ready to go head over and board the greatest cruise ship in the world, Icon of the Seas. Guys, we made it to the terminal. It's around 9:20, so it's a bit early for us to board. It is a bit hectic downstairs too. I mean, gotta understand, people are getting off trying to catch a ride out of here and people are dropping off all at the same time, so this is definitely the craziest time to do it, which we understood that. But of course, I've come up here to the top of the parking garage just like last time, trying to fly the drone off here, get a few shots of Icon, get away from the hecticness and buy a little bit of time. That's partly why we get here so early, just so I can get a couple of cool shots of the ship before we take off, and then we can start boarding. Like I said, it's around 9:20. Let's go check downstairs with Mom and the kids and see what the boarding was looking like and see what time we actually get on the ship and see if we can beat the time we got on the first time we were here. So guys, we made it into the suite lounge area right before you board the ship. The ship is right there. Can you see it? Actually, I think the rock climbing wall is right over there. And you have a lot of chocolate already on your mouth. So there's a lot of snacks in the suite lounge. Actually, I didn't know there was a suite lounge at this terminal. I know there's one at Galveston, so it's kind of cool to see this one as well. But we're boarding the ship next, you guys. It's 10 o'clock into the suite lounge. That's when they started letting us open. And so now we're going to board the ship. Guys, look at this. Not even on the ship, and they've already got a duck. And so starts the competition of duck finding. Is that what we're going to do? We're going to do another competition?
Oh, yeah!
So Aria won last time, so is Isla going to win this time on Icon?
I'm gonna.
You're going to win? Well, it's 1-1 and 0-0 for me and Mom. Alright guys, my favorite moment, of course, as you guys know, is getting on and seeing the Pearl as you walk on. The coolest thing ever on a ship. I know it's weird, I'm nerding out over architecture, but that's what I'm about.
Yeah, Michael rushed us through the suite area to get on the ship.
It's so worth it. Look, we're the first ones on, you guys. I will tell you guys, if you want a picture with the Pearl with no one there, just wait a few days. The big excitement over it does disappear slightly over the coming days, and you'll be able to get one with no one in sight. So don't be pressured to do it right when you board. Just embrace it and enjoy it when you get on. So we're going to go check into our safety briefing, get that done, and then start enjoying the rest of the ship. There's
Outside.
There's just,
This
numbers are
is
on the
what I've
outside.
missed, you guys, is destination elevators.
say,
Super amazing, super
it's
efficient.
super amazing. I'm no one in the elevator.
That's because we're the first ones on the ship. There's no one here.
Yeah.
Super efficient so far, you guys. Got our drink cup already. Got WOW bands. By the way, do the WOW bands. They're in the dueling piano area. So yeah, if you get here early enough, get your WOW bands because there's 4 colors, but last time we were here, the only ones that were left were yellow, but this time we got blue and white. So finally, we can start our adventures outside of doing all the chores of things you got to do. We're going to start our day with what?
Rock climbing.
Rock climbing and carousel, I think. Another pro tip for you guys, and once you board on the ship, everyone's going to rush to go to Windjammer, which is fine. That's where all the food is at, all the free food is at. But you can come down here to Surfside, get some snacks, get some churros, get some burgers, or you can come over here to the Surfside Eatery, get really similar food that you would find at the Windjammer. Not everything, obviously. It's more kids friendly, but it is a good option to beat the crowds if you want food and not deal with all the people trying to do the same thing at the same time.
Guess what?
What do you have?
A ducky.
Already?
From actually a lifeguard.
Oh, the lifeguard gave it to you? So now you have 2. You have 1.
Yay!
And I have 0. Mom has 0. a lot more better options on ducks. Last time they were all solid, plain colored ducks. Now we got unicorns with their logos, shark ducks in there. That's pretty cool. Bye, have fun. So if I'm not mistaken, I think our suite room is actually right above the Surfside Eatery. Let me show you guys real quick. It's one of up here. So we'll check that out right around 1, I believe is when they're usually ready. Right now kids are enjoying Surfside. I think we're gonna go get some churros. I know Mom definitely wants some. 1, 2, 3, go! The churro queen. One's mine, don't eat both. They are freaking warm, so it feels like they just came off. They were pretty hot in my hands. Try one, let us know. Are they still as good as the first time? That good? So another pro tip, since we're here over at Surfside, wear a bathing suit onto the ship if you're a big water fan, because there's no line for any of the slides, no line for the flow rider, I don't think. There's no line over here at the splash pad area, so if you want to do that, make sure you wear your bathing suit onto the ship, carry a change of clothes. Probably won't get your bags until later today. So guys, this does not look like an ordinary ice cream because this is a Michael special. So pro tip, inside of the Surfside Eatery is its own ice cream machine. They didn't have that before and no one was manning it, so I did it myself. What are you doing? God, Lee, that's gotta hurt. I do not enjoy watching that. That hurts my back. Isla making a quick pit stop as we walk by the climbing wall. She wants to do it. She did it on Harmony. And now she's gonna check off Icon on her list. Wow! It looks safe. So how was that? Was it hard, easy? I bet you can get up really high with some practice.
Moms and dads go forth. Wow! One day we could see the surf side and everything. Aria, look at the mountain.
That's y'all's room.
Where's yours?
Because that couch turns into a bed. And you have your own TV right there.
And y'all lay right here. Y'all can see right out the window.
What is?
Okay, guys, made it to the room finally.
Oh, Dad, look!
Just got back from Coastal Kitchen, which makes a sweet room totally worth it. Such a pleasant experience to eat at Coastal Kitchen, nice, quiet, and I think it's super awesome that this ship, Icon, is overlooking the Aqua Theater, or Aqua Dome, and that would be pretty cool to have dinner while a show's going on. We'll see, because our scheduled time is usually for 6, So I don't know if we'll actually see part of a show because I think those are usually later in the day. But either way, it's really cool view looking out onto the Aqua Dome itself. But let's go ahead and give everyone a full walk-through tour of this Surfside suite. As you first enter the room, everybody, to the left, I'm assuming is the restroom. Exciting stuff.
That's a pretty big shower.
It is a big shower, but I feel like actually the balcony room we had was actually a bigger shower. At least it was longer. I think this one's a lot wider, but it is nice. It's got a little bench there, and of course it's got the pull down head shower up there, which is unique.
Wait, no potty?
No potty.
No toilet.
Oh yeah, so I guess there's another room. Is it behind us? Yes it is. So let's see what's inside there. Look, there's the potty. So there are two separate areas, so someone can use the restroom, and then of course someone can take a shower and get ready without bothering someone in the restroom, which is absolutely amazing for us.
This is our room. You can't step in our room.
So as you get into the main room, there's the main bed right there, right outside of the restrooms. Nice size bed, awesome little back headboard. I think that looks really cool.
Lighting station.
And then right behind me here is what we are donating the kids area, because I'm almost positive that comes down to be a bed, and the kids have their own little windows looking out. Little blind there to block out the sun if needed.
That's cool.
They have their own little TV room. Let me turn down the brightness there. Little TV room, which actually is a really big TV. It's the same size as ours in the main room.
Dad, and this is like
A little light, and it's got a USB plug to plug in your iPad. That's cool.
we could put
Actually, your iPad doesn't plug into USB. Does a C, but it's still nice to see a plug there. And of course, there's Surfside right below us there. Really cool view
You
from
can
right here.
see everything happening.
Yeah. Probably can even see Rover come out when she's outside there.
So we could like.
Got a mini fridge there, and then I'm assuming everything else in that is just more of storage. Yep, storage. The safe is there. And then clothes hanging storage. There's our robes, our backpack. And then some drawers there. Have a tableside drawer over here we could put things in. Put our bags underneath the bed. And then of course it comes complete with a balcony outside in case we want to go do that. Ooh. So pretty cool little room. Oh, and also you guys, did you know this? You can even close your own door.
Wow.
Go in my room, or I like. Now I have some privacy.
Same.
Yeah, a thing.
Same.
Yeah. We have own privacy. Wait. We actually have our own privacy of ourselves. How does this work?
Look what they gave us. A
bracelet.
bracelet.
A bracelet.
We have something here too.
Oh, and something there too. What's inside there?
It says Suite Class Amenity Sea Pass Holder Lanyard.
Oh, wow.
So we have 2 lanyards.
So we bought lanyards when we didn't need to, even though I actually think the ones that we bought are actually way cooler. But these are actually really nice. That's kind of cool. And of course we have the WOW bands. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
So we won't really be needing our card until we get off the ship. In case you didn't know, you need your WOW. If you can use your WOW band for everything except getting on and off the ship, you still need your actual SeaPass card. Which reminds me, did we actually even get our cards off the door? I think we skipped that part. The magic of WOW bands. So that is the quick tour of our room, guys. Really nice room, nice and spacious. I think we're gonna just go ahead and unpack because we did see our luggage right down the corner there. So we may go get those, start unpacking, and who knows?
Definitely not like spacious like our last one, but we still stayed. I think it's big enough. I feel like bigger than a regular room.
Oh, definitely.
And we're still in the suite category, which is what was most important.
Yeah, for us, it was, like I said, it was mostly important for us to be in the sky and above kind of class, so you can get coastal kitchen and some other amenities like reserved seating for shows, etc.
You have a separate pool deck area.
That's right. We haven't even checked that out. We were over there in that area, but we wouldn't come to the room. So we may go do that after we unpack. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, who knows what else kind of adventure we're going to get in today. Who knows, maybe find Rover. That's definitely a must to try to do. It's harder than you think. She's not always out. Here at this suite area, after the kids got their first little face painting, I guess it's technically a tattoo because they got them mostly on their arm, we made our way over to the suite area, which is pretty empty right now, especially up here on the second floor, which I think is another great advantage of getting a suite because if you think about it, you can come up here for the sail-away party and completely miss all the crowd and fighting for a spot. I mean, it's so relaxing up here, especially when we were just downstairs at the SURFSIDE area. It was chaotic.
Well, you have your own little pool area, your own seating, your own like
bed, everything
snack
you want.
bar. They have all kind of fancy food out here and drinks.
Yep.
Your own bar.
Makes it totally worth it. The sweet life is the sweet life, guys. We are back at our room, and Mom picked up some pretzels from base camp. And if you guys didn't know, base camp actually wasn't free the first time we boarded the ship back in March of 2024. I think they realized that a lot of people weren't really getting any of that because there's so much other free stuff. Doesn't look like Mom's loving the pretzel. Analysis.
It's way too hard.
Way too hard. That's a hot take from someone who knows something about snacks. It does come with cheese, but we did go at base camp, guys. Got a couple pretzels. Gonna try it out. Mom says it's too hard. Maybe it was just that one. Let us know if you've gone to base camp and got some pretzels. So a little bit of cruise duck finding update. We have Aria in the lead with 2 ducks. Isla is in second with 1 duck. Dad just found a little tiny blue duck, and that puts me on the board with 1. And Mom's still back over there in 0. That's okay. It's just starting. Everyone's just now unpacking, I think. And so ducks are going to be starting to come and show up a lot more on the cruise ship. So stay tuned to see who becomes the winner grand champion of Icon of the Seas, and if we can finally beat Aria, the current champion. We have officially set sail, and it's about time to go to dinner. But before we go to dinner, I wanted to point out a few other things to the room. One, we have a space saving tip because even in this suite, there's actually a lot of storage everywhere, but even with 4 people in the room, it's always challenging. And so one of the big things we do is we actually have a hanger set that we'll show you that's magnetic, and I'll show you here in a second. And then the second thing is there's tons of outlets with USB plugs and C plugs, but there's not any with a 3-prong outlet. So if you have a computer like I do and want to charge a bunch of batteries that only plug into those, it's a little bit of a challenge. The only ones that actually exist are in the restroom, and I'll show you that too. But
or even all our iPad and phone chargers are on USB-C now, so
that's right. That's a little bit of a challenge, but Mom did bring this little portable plug that plugs into the Europe outlet, I believe is what it's called, and it plugs in there and converts it back to a 3-prong, and it's also got a USB there as well. And there's So there's some C plugs here, so those are good for the iPads. That's not a big deal. But before we go into the restroom, let me show you really quickly these hanging sets, because these are actually big time on any cruise. And this is how Mom packs the kids, which actually works out really well. Kind of got every day planned out in each little segment, one for Isla, one for Aria, and they're all hung by metal clips. Metal magnetic clips. And everything in the room is pretty much metal. So the ceiling is metal, the door is metal, so those hang really nicely. Saves a ton of space in the room for us. And it just is a great thing to do. Now, quickly, just to show you the only plugs inside the restroom here are right there. So those are the only regular plugs. So if you come here and you're expecting a lot of those kinds of plugs, you may want to bring some kind of adapter. With that being said, it's time to go over to Coastal Kitchen because it's dinner time. Go check that out. I think Isla wants to rock climb at night, which I think could be really, really cool. And then we have a little bit of a show to go check out. It's supposed to be a comedian juggler, and we'll see if we actually make it to that. I mean, we did stay up to midnight the last time, so it shouldn't be too hard for us. Good.
Now one more time. Your left foot. The other left. Okay. That's it. Perfect. You're almost there. Don't give up. Woo-hoo-hoo. And ring the bell.
Good! Wow! Yeah! Good job, Isla! Great!
Meanwhile, back in the lowlands.
So Isla just finished the rock wall. How was that? Were you scared up there?
Not really. I was just like a tiny bit.
Tiny bit? Because you seem to climb that really fast.
I didn't see the video yet, so I don't know.
That was really cool. That's the first time you've ever rang the bell, and you did it on the largest cruise ship in the world while at sea. That's pretty amazing. Not one, not two, but 3 times ringing the bell today on the rock climbing wall. She started off
Very proud of her.
on a tall wall to begin with, and then she upgraded to a slightly more difficult wall where it takes a big leap to get up past one little spot, and she did it on the 2nd or 3rd try, which was pretty incredible. So the guy that's down there has been encouraging her to keep going, and do more and more and more, and now tomorrow we may up it and try to go to a different and more harder level.
Hasn't even been one day.
Yeah, already. And this is the first time she's ever done that. So conquered Harmony of the Seas in some form and fashion. That's what's driven her to want to go more on Icon. And she is a rock climbing champion basically at this point.
I never thought I would ring the bell.
Well, you did it, which is pretty incredible. There's only one other person who can rock climb in our family, and me and Isla are the only ones who've ever rang a bell. And so now we gotta get Mom to ring a bell.
Yeah.
So stick around for that tomorrow. Tomorrow's also Crown's Edge Day, where we're gonna walk across the ship. That's right. You forgot about that. That's right. Scared again.
What's that?
And as we always do,
What's that?
that's where we walk across the plank and go over the ship as we walk, and the water's going to be moving below our feet just like last time. And we should get some pretty good video of that. So, wrapping it up, we did go see the comedian, juggler, Guy Adam Cario, or
Curio.
something like that. It's like
Adam
Mario, but
Adam
with a K.
Curio. He's really good.
So what did you think about that juggler? Did you like the juggler? Was he funny?
Yeah, you were laughing.
Aria liked him. What did you think about the juggler?
Who, me?
Yeah.
He was very funny. You laughed the whole entire time.
Yeah, it was a lot of dad jokes, I would say. I really appreciated that. So with that, guys, we are wrapping it up already. It is about 10:40 in ship time, which is pretty late for us usually. So we're going to wrap it up here, but stick around. Make sure you watch tomorrow's vlog because, again, we've got Crown's Edge, rock climbing wall, probably do some arcade, and who knows what other adventures we're going to get into on the world's largest ship, Icon of the Seas.
Maybe face paint if it's open.
Of course, always face paint. So stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for checking in as always. Thanks for liking and subscribing. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
G for check in with the G, Steve.
No one in the elevator.
That's because we're the first ones on the ship. There's no one here. Blew a tire! You're never too old to go down the Surfside slide. Here we go! Woo! Woohoo! You went far! Great job!
Check it out. What's it all about?